Right then, folks, this is another episode of Dark Strolls, and we're playing as my character Eve. She was intended to be a Moonlight Greatsword build, but as you can tell, she's not quite done. So in today's little stroll around Lordran, we're going to be going to the DLC, and we're going to be grabbing Darkbead, the spell that everybody loves, because it's underpowered. And it's been a long time since I've played Dark Souls, so the frame rate's kind of getting to me at the moment, but I'll try and ignore it because it's a fantastic game. It just is wickedly choppy on the 360. Like that. But it's currently the 23rd of February. Dark Souls 2 is very close at this point. I'm always excited for new games, none more so than Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is my jam, you could say. And I'm just stoked, really. Really stoked. But there's a part of me that doesn't want to play Dark Souls 1. And the reason for this is I don't want to kind of taint how I play, or my expectations of how I play. Because Dark Souls 2 is a completely new game, and playing it like Dark Souls 1, I personally think is going to be a mistake. And I'm sure if you played Dark Souls 2, you'll agree with me, because it's a much different game. But at the same time, I keep getting that familiar itch for Dark Souls, I really do. Which, I've got to say, I've played a lot of this game, and I can still play more of it, but I'm at that point where there's only certain things I'm really interested in doing. And there comes a time with any game that I think you've got to kind of just let it be for a while. And I wasn't burnt out, I just wanted to do other things, like aggro those rock guys that I almost never ever aggro, which is awesome. But yeah, it's been a while since I've played, so I'm not going to be as sharp as I perhaps should be, and hopefully we'll have some hilarious moments, because at this point I think people are watching for the hilarious moments because they've already seen me do, you know, pretty much everything that can be done with Dark Souls as far as challenge runs, because the subset stuff is really particular. This should be interesting as well. This is not a very strong weapon, but it's probably much stronger than this axe. She's going to jump. Right. Whoa. She knocked me over. That's new. Ooh. Don't push me into the lava, bitch. Look at that nonsense. What? That sword is deceptively big as well. It's got some wicked range you don't really think it's got. I should really have a Leo one when I'm using this, but it never occurred to me. Breathe fire, you bitch! Come on, this is bullshit! Ooh. There we go. Bit of fire. Let me smack you a bit. Or don't. That there. That can hit you from some serious range if you're not careful. Oh my goodness. I'm so used to decent frame rates. Well, before I played Lightning Returns. Oh, that was terrible. I rolled into it. What? Look at that tracking. That's Dark Souls all over that. And I'm curious if it works the same in Dark Souls 2, because the enemies seem to respond a lot better to you. It's a lot less about cheesy tracking and more about intelligence. So I'm super stoked to beat the AI up. Am I running the wrong way? I am. Like I said though, folks, extremely rusty. If anybody's curious of the stats on this build, there they are. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. I've got enough endurance to do things, I've got enough intelligence to use the Moonlight Greatsword, and then everything else is pretty much base level. It's not intentional, it's just an unfinished build, but I thought, you know, as you can tell at the bottom right, I do have a suspiciously large amount of souls. But when you've played this game as much as I have, souls don't really mean shit anymore. You know, I can make one tweet and arrange somebody to drop me everything I need. You know, I can plug in one USB and make any build I want. So souls have just been completely diminished in their value for me. Which, you might think that sounds kind of disappointing, but it's not. It's one of those things where I've played a lot of this game, and I'm at the point where anything I can do to speed up getting to where I want to be is a good thing. And I do understand those people that are against using exploits to do that, because I was once one of them. You know, I was once terribly rigid with the way I played this game, and then after a while I just, you know, I became just a standard Dark Souls guy who wanted to experience everything, and unfortunately there isn't enough hours in the day. So now that we've rung that bell, we're going to go and ring the other one. This one is a scary bell for me, because I really don't like that corridor on a character that I don't have a way to control it with. Like, this is a low poise character, which doesn't really matter, because the hollows have the ability to stun lock you and make you flinch, poise break you, regardless of those parameters. It's kind of bullshitting. What would be good if I have it would be, but I don't, the ability to quieten my footsteps. And on that last boss I should have used that, because it's incredibly powerful, but I wasn't thinking, ooh, that could be useful. Like, run around like this, maybe nobody will see me. Oh, it didn't work because I was on the lift. I'm just a barrel. Just a sexy little barrel. There's no reason for the fella... Oh, he knows it's me. He's a cheater! Oh, what's going on? What are you doing? I can't even see. Oh, Dark Souls. Things you do to us. But this bit here, I hate how the... I hate that, and that. But they didn't block the door. As long as they don't block the door, I've got no problem with that entire situation. It's the cock block that bugs me. Stun lock me all you want, I'll just, you know, practice my toggles, which are rusty, as you just saw. But that's not a problem. Right then. Yeah! Do some of this. Where is he? So, hello, Mr. Gargoyle. Yeah! Come on, I rolled then. Tail gone. Oh no, I missed. I missed again! I hit a ridiculously effeminate note, which I should be ashamed of, but I'm kind of not. There you go. Surprise, cockface! Oh, I love the gargoyles. And there's probably somebody who's, you know, played their very first... Come on, stop tangling, Cable. You're constricting me like a gimp mask. There's someone who's, you know, only played an hour of Dark Souls that stumbled upon this video and they're sitting there in amazement going, whoa, this guy's so good! When really, if you've played Dark Souls, you know that I've got an incredibly powerful buff on a build that is much higher level than it perhaps should be for this area. So then you've got all the opposite guys, all the veterans, like, oh, what a bitch, you should have done it, no damage, you know, no leveling up, no equipment, no upgrades, no fingers, and all that stuff that people like to do. So that's the second bell. And what we're going to do is, because I have the ability to warp, even though I haven't beat Smough Arnstein, which is another nefarious part of this build, I am going to Homeward Bourne, and then I'm going to bang to the parish, which, for people who played Dark Souls when it first came out, will have dreamed of a warpable bonfire, and unfortunately they only got it a couple of years later when most people had stopped playing. So, hooray for Dark Souls 2, finally giving us the opportunity to warp wherever we want, when we want. And what's the first thing a previewer did when this ability became known? He said it diminished the Dark Souls, which is kind of ironic, I guess. Hit the bonfire. Oh, shit, why do I keep doing that? God damn, what's his face? Smelly. Mr. Smelly. He's just killed my my lady. So, what a complete and utter waste of time. What we can do though is we can mess about with the serpents in Sen's Fortress, because I haven't parried or hornet swapped in a while, and I don't think I've ever hornet swapped that enemy, so what a fantastic opportunity to test the fidelity of the D-pad on this shitty D-pad. Which, if anybody's trying to do the hornet swap and you're having trouble with it, it's probably not you, it's probably the D-pad, because I can do it reliably, and the only times it doesn't work is when the D-pad screws me. So we'll have a test outside with these fellas. Oh, the frame rate, man. I forget how bad this game can be at times. Oh, that was a bad one. Got to actually power. Yeah, there we go. So, when I landed the parry, it turns out my fingers remember what to do, which is a really good thing. Oh, fucked up. Didn't go down. Come on, bro, do it. So, very slow because I fucked up again, but still enough time to do it, which just goes to show there is a level of flexibility involved, and I just put the wolf ring on for some reason. But hollows are easy to do that too. You want to try it on something a little bit more dangerous. Like I was doing it to the Black Knight earlier, because I played about 20 minutes of the game before I decided to record this. So I suppose I'm not quite as rusty as I would have been if I'd not played those 20 minutes. Here's a bonfire. But what I'm going to do with Dark Souls 2, I've already mentioned it in another video, but people only seem to watch the Dark Souls stuff. All my other stuff kind of gets ignored outside of the, you know, Seraphim 17 Elite. So when March lands, I'm going to be introducing the playthrough of the beta that I did, because I've respected the NDA for long enough, and all the research I've done into it seems to be that Bandai are extremely, for some reason they've gone really passive with it, really relaxed, and I wanted to, it was a personal choice to respect it. Why did they not set the trap off? The fuck is that? Well, he blocked it. Touche. See if you can block this. No. See? I didn't think you could. Toss bag. Bodhisattva, come take me by the hand. Bodhisattva, come take me by the hand. Oh! So I don't recommend doing this with low vitality, because believe it or not, these enemies are terribly strong when they want to be. Right. So we can stop messing about now. What's he doing? Get that body off us. Goddamn raggle physics. Come on. Don't kick him. Don't jazz walk. Come on, you idiot. No. Fucked up again. I pressed up instead of left. I do left and... Do I do up and left? Up and left, I think I do. There we go. But sometimes I go left, then up, which is wrong. Even though it works, and it's probably faster. But my brain is used to doing it a certain way, so... Anyway, there is that silliness. Ah, Bodhisattva, come take me by the hand. I don't know why I've got that song in my head. I think it's because of Bonavelza from Lightning Returns. For some reason I always call her Bodhisattva. Ooh, very close. Surprise! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh. But I don't think this build's going to fare very well against Artorias. Because Artorias is notoriously... see what I did there? Notoriously good against magic. Yeah! Yeah! So, he could be a brick wall for me when it comes to getting Dark Bead, but I have a lot of souls, and with a lot of souls comes a lot of responsibility. Ooh, that's something I want to test as well. I was watching a speedrun for this the other day, and somebody brought it to my attention that the backstep has unlimited poise, and I did not realise this. So I want to test it. But, of course, it's dangerous because the boulders do an insane amount of damage. Get off me, stupid boy! Get off me. There we go. As if, man, that is crazy. How long have I been playing this game and I didn't know that? Oh, well, it looks like I'm going to have to get good at doing it. That is awesome. And I've been playing this game for over a year now, and I had no idea that was a thing. Like, neither did he. Look, he didn't know, else he wouldn't have died. If he'd have known... Oh, wow, he got hit by the trap. That's unfortunate. Oh, what are you doing? Time to have some fun. But it's ever come to play by the hand. But it's ever. Oh, oh. Oh, dead angle, son. I love it. It'd be good if Chameleon actually confused a boss or something like that. Because as it stands, the only person it's confusing is idiots. Because everybody can tell that that's not a person. Alright. Come on, Boulder. Come on, Boulder. Yeah! That is awesome. You don't have to come back on that trap if you don't want to. You can run it, but I have always done it, so that's the way I play. And one thing you'll find about a lot of Dark Souls players is the one way they did things that worked the best is the way they generally always go back to. So, I guess you could call it like an OCD thing, but... So, against my better judgment, I'm not hitting the bonfire. And how I generally play it is if I don't hit bonfires, I die. If I do hit bonfires, I don't die. So, you know, figure that one out. As if my war pick's only +6, I thought it was stronger than that. No wonder bloody what's-her-face, Hairy Tits, survived for so long. God, that song's gonna haunt me. And it's a good song, so it doesn't, I suppose, matter as much. Don't throw wind, bitch. I know you'd throw wind. That's cool. I'm good with that. Uh-oh. I thought for a second that I might have had him stunned. Oh no! I did not have him stunned. That was really well played, but then he starts spamming it, which is super douchey. Ah! That really did not do too much. I was hoping for more. Yeah! 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 Feel the pain! Okay. I forgot the distance on that one, apparently.